Hello, what is going on, guys? I am AkumaNexus, bringing you guys here Dragon Ball Super review here today. I forget which episode it was. I want to say 82. I'm going to say 82. If I'm wrong, it's not 82, but I'm going to say 82. Regardless, though, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to slap a like, subscribe. This episode was nuts, absolutely nuts. Goku was actually put to a brink for a little bit in this episode, but we all know Goku. He clearly was not in a brink. You know these Saiyans, they hold back their powers, and they actually show off their powers, and he wanted to see how far this guy could go and show the true extent of Goku's power. So with that, guys, like I said again, slap a like. It does help it a lot. Subscribe for more content. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode down in the comments or down below. But with that, let's get into the video. Alright, so this episode is pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, it did kind of leave us off on a cliffhanger. I kind of expected cliffhanger, but we learned a lot about this episode. We did learn that the Tournament of Power, the actual Tournament of Power, starts up 40 hours. 40 hours, 40. It's about a day, almost 2 days, basically. 48 hours is 2 days. So about a day and a half, almost a little over a day and a half, they have in order to assemble a member of team of 10 and come back up, but come back stronger, because we know good and damn well if Toriyama is showing off Goku's maximum power, which he's shown it off not only once but twice. He's shown off Goku's maximum power. Goku has another transformation. He's gonna get something. You can clearly see it. I'm probably gonna make a separate video about it, but you can clearly see it in the intro of Goku and that angry smirk he has. Everybody is speculating it to be a new transformation, and we all know Toriyama. We all know this nigga. We all know that he's gonna bring a brand new transformation to hype up Goku, and it's just gonna go viral again, like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 did. That was trending on Twitter, Tumblr, everything. It was everything. It was everywhere. Back to the point. This dude, this dude. I think I even remember his name. This chubby-looking dude. He's actually pretty fast. I was surprised. He gave Goku a run for his money for a little bit, but I wasn't really necessarily worried. I was basically Gohan the entire time. You know how Beerus and everybody was ready? I feel like that was a lot of viewers watching this, to whereas most of the people that do know Goku, everybody was watching this episode like Gohan was. We were all pretty confident. We knew that Goku could get out of this bind. This is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Like, just nothing in the slightest to be afraid of, dude. Absolutely nothing. And you can clearly see then more on towards the end, Goku gets out of this bind very easily. I mean, I sat there like, why start off at Super Saiyan? Because nobody in that entire tournament is gonna get washed at base Super Saiyan. Nobody is. Nobody, dude. But hey, he did, and it's a Saiyan thing. I wouldn't understand it. I'm not a Saiyan. It's a Saiyan thing. They love the thrill of the kill. They love the excitement of a challenging fight, and you wanted to gain this excitement of the challenging fight to see what this opponent that Goku was fighting could do against him, and he saw it. And this guy's like a joint guy. He snaps joints, kind of like, yeah, that's all I can really say. He snaps joints, he hinders them, he weakens them, anything you want to call it, breaks them, all of it. You know, dislocates them. He does all of that. He dislocated Goku's arm. I thought that was really gross how Goku just locates it back in. I was like, that shit was hella gross, dude. I'm glad I didn't hear too much of the noise, but back to the point. The guy's a joint-ish, kind of focusing on that guy. He's really agile and fast for someone who we didn't think that would be, who's built like that. And not even that, he's like kind of like an acrobatic in a way, and has fighting style. It's very fast. It's very like bend, like stretchable. Like, I don't know how to word it, but he's very, I don't know how to word this, but stretchable? Let's go ahead and say stretchable is a word. He's very stretchable. He's very flexible. There it is. He's very flexible, and he's just like a lot faster than he actually looks. And looking at the guy in his body, he does not look like a guy that can do this. But if you watch the episode, he can do this. And we all, a lot of people thought that Goku gave him a run for his money, or the guy gave Goku a run for his money, but he really didn't. Goku really gave him a run for his money. Once Goku powered up, he actually blew this guy away. I like to say it looked even, but we all knew Goku had the upper hand. The guy claims it was even. I don't think Goku was at even with Kaioken times 10. We didn't even get to see him use Kaioken times 10. He was powering up and was about to pass his limits, and then the Grand Priest stops them from the fight, and to save that for the actual Tournament of Power, because if they kept going on with that fight, they would have killed each other, because Goku shot him with a full-powered Kamehameha wave in Super Saiyan Blue state right to the face, dude. So he was going for the kill, and you don't much time see Goku going for the kill. In Dragon Ball Z, he did kind of seem like a hero. He said that he would literally do anything and everything for planet Earth, even a little bit in the beginning of Super, protecting planet Earth from Beerus. But now, lately, it hasn't been that way. He kind of doesn't seem like a hero anymore. He's now just like, I want to fight. I don't care of the risks, which is very dangerous. And a lot of people have been talking about this. Goku is no longer a hero, but the biggest excuse for this is he was never intended to be a hero. So that's why he's kind of losing the hero traits. You know, protecting Earth, doing what's good for the Earth. He did all of that in Dragon Ball Z, but not really in Super. He's not really doing that in Super. He doesn't care if the universe blows up, so as long as he finds a good opponent that is well worthy of his fight. So I don't know. I don't know the sudden change of Goku. I can feel it. Everybody can feel it. It's like a huge change, and I think this is waking all of us up, showing us that Goku wasn't actually intended to be a hero, but a fighter, and he doesn't care. So as long as he gets that good, challenging fight. But anyways, back to the point. He slaughtered this guy. Kind of, it was even, the fight. They ended it off. I feel like Goku would have definitely slaughtered him, though, had he have powered up. Kind of a little bit like 80-20, something like that. But it seemed to be as though they were kind of drawn out, like it was a stalemate. The Grand Priest draws out the fight, ends it there. I honestly thought that Zuno-sama would have been a little pissed off. He would have been annoyed. And even the Grand Priest has a way with words, and this is how we actually saw, which goes really unnoticed. We saw how the Grand Priest actually can have some form of control over Zeno and not make him just let loose and do whatever he wants, because he has a way with words, and his persuasion game is heat. He basically just persuaded him very slightly to make him say, hey buddy, let's wait, and it's actually put this Tournament of Power and these guys in there, and you can watch to your fullest heart extent. They can kill each other, they can have a bloodbath by all means. And he's like, oh, well, is that soon? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, it's 40 hours. I feel like if it was actually like a couple months, we had to plan for this, I feel like Xeno would have been a little more pissed off, but it's 40 hours. It's about a day, almost 2 days. So they have almost 2 days to essentially acquire a team of 10, and we know the team of 10. It was revealed to us in the silhouette before this arc started, and it's also in the opening. And we also know how the Tournament of Power is, you know, the place that the Grand Priest is building. We know how that's going to look like because it's also in the opening when they all pull up and they're walking through, and Goku is fighting this Jiren dude. We now got the name of the guy. His name is Jiren, and almost positive he is talking about that bald alien-headed dude that Goku's fighting in the opening, since Goku does actually transform from Super Saiyan Blue into some transformation during that fight. So we know it's that guy, since that guy pushes him to his limits. He even claimed himself, saying, if you're even with me, there's no way you'll ever beat Jiren. So I'm pretty excited to see the fight between Goku and Jiren. But guys, what do you think? I think Goku's team is, I don't know, bro. Like, they got 40 hours, bro. I don't know if they're going to go to the hyperbolic time chamber and get hella training. Next episode, we see about Vegeta and Bulma. The baby does come to life and is born. Fun fact. I know GT's non-canon, so we can't sit there and say, oh, it happened in GT. Nigga, GT's not canon. But the point is we're on towards the end. We actually see the baby being born at the end credits. I'm just like, why? We knew it was going to happen, but like, I don't know, something fishy could happen. I don't, Vegeta could have eaten the kid. I don't fucking know. But the point is we know that the kid is born in this episode. So I'm kind of glad that it is, so I don't stretch out this little filler arc here. But if you enjoyed, guys, slap a like, subscribe. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I am AkumaNexus. I'm going to get out of here. Goodbye.